This changes everything for the Yankees, as despite struggling this past month, they have seen their plan B come into fruition in a big way. We'll break down what the success of these players means for the Yankees moving forward and how their patience could bode well heading into this year's All-Star break. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Yankees Digest, giving you guys all the content you need revolving the Bronx Bombers. And if you guys aren't a part of that 25% who are subscribed, you guys know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. It is free. Comment down below. Hit the bell so you are notified of all the content that we have going on here in the early parts of July as we get some trade rumors going, series recaps going, all of that sorts. We will have it here on Yankees Digest. Me and Chris doing what we need to do to give you guys what you need. But let's get right into this video. As for the Yankees, they have three players and they are in the outfield: Jason Dominguez, Trent Grisham, and Cody Bellinger, who have been absolutely lights out. You see it on that tweet, absolutely lights out for the Yankees. And when looking back to the offseason, you look that Juan Soto was plan A, getting Juan Soto to pair up with Aaron Judge in the outfield. That was obviously plan A. And, Yankee fans definitely wanted Soto and Judge for the next 15 years. But, Soto went to the Mets and the Yankees had to adapt, and they adapted very well. They have now Jason Dominguez, Trent Grisham, and Cody Bellinger all hitting at a consistent, very good clip. I mean, you look at there, Jason Dominguez 267, Trent Grisham 254, Cody Bellinger 272. I'll talk a little bit more about each one of these guys. And, so far plan B has worked. And, when we start off with the guy Cody Bellinger so far this season, I mean, he's been one of the most consistent out of all three. I mean, he has been very consistent with the bat, and his glove has been tremendous. I mean, that double play yesterday to save the Yankees, probably save the Yankees season, with that double play, making that shoestring catch and doubling up Lindor, and have it against Juan Soto, have a defensive play by Cody Bellinger against Juan Soto. I mean, that was just perfect. That was cinema. And that definitely fired me up for someone who came to the Yankees team, didn't really know what you were going to get out of him. I mean, he had a lot of strikeouts in his career, but he is definitely adjusted. He's definitely adjusted to be a guy who doesn't overswing and just lets the pitches come to him. And he has definitely been an impact player so far for the Yankees. And just a little bit more about him in 2025. He has a 272 batting average, 13 home runs, 9 stolen bases on the season. His bat has, as it says, well above average. He's been, that very consistent. He's, even when he was struggling earlier in the season, he definitely was not trying too much. He definitely was still going out there every single day and just being, a good locker room guy and just being a consistent threat in the lineup. And now you're seeing it come into fruition going into the All-Star break, as, he kind of got, I believe that he got a little snubbed from the All-Star game, but he definitely adds a little bit motivation going in the second half of the season, knowing that he is one of the threats in this Yankee lineup. And a little bit more on his season so far, month by month. He has a 204 batting average in April, but then once May hit, once the flowers started blooming a little bit more and the weather started getting a little more warm, I mean, his bat took off. 302 in May and June, and then July so far this season is hitting at 308. And someone who has just been, as I've said before, he has been consistent, and I really can't overstate how well he is translated from the Dodgers, who is a big market. He won a World Series there, to Chicago, the more prominent team in Chicago with the Cubs, and then now in the Yankees. So it doesn't matter what environment he is in. It doesn't matter how big the lights are to him. He can play in Yankee Stadium. He can play in Wrigley Field. He can play at Dodger Stadium. I mean, it doesn't matter. And he is going to succeed at all levels. And he's getting better as the months go on, as the seasons go on. But, something that really stood out for me from yesterday's game, he had that double play, but it was from Aaron Judge, his comments on Cody Bellinger, that double play for Soto against Soto. He said that was incredible. I've never seen something like that on the field. To come in, especially with a guy like Soto, had a perfect read on the ball with a shoestring catch. We needed it, especially in that spot with the top of the lineup coming up. That was a game-saving play right there. And yeah, it definitely was a game-saving play. Might be a season-saving play, because before that, it seemed like the Mets were going to go on a rally, and it was going to be another game where the bullpen blows it and the offense, is still doing well, but the bullpen is wasting a good start by Max Fried. But Bellinger definitely came up clutch there with his game-saving double play. And a little just bit of more about Cody Bellinger: 272 batting average, 13 home runs, 47 RBIs. Just a guy who's playing at a Gold Glove level once again, and I think he just secured another Gold Glove for him this season with that double play. And he's 29 years old. I mean, he has the versatility with outfield and first base. So you definitely got the defense both at first base and in the outfield. So definitely for Bellinger, he has been very consistent and a treat for Yankee fans so far this season. Another guy that has been on a heater so far is Jason Dominguez. And Jason Dominguez, I mean, you can, I can't really talk anything bad about the Martian. I mean, if we're just going to put it bluntly out there, his defense is just something you need to accept. And people forget that he's only 22 years old. He's playing left field, which is one of the most difficult outfield positions to play. And I feel like he's just getting more comfortable at left field. And something that really stands out with Jason Dominguez is that when he is on a heater right now, he's getting more momentum. You got to play him every day if you're Aaron Boone. You got to play him every day. You got to get more consistent with him. With his playing time. And then looking at his last 20 games, 359 batting average, 400 on base percentage, 547 slugging. I mean, his last 20 games, he has just been on a tear. And that's something that Aaron Boone's got to see. You got to play him every single day, and you got to put him at the top of the lineup. We talked about the struggles with the leadoff spot. It's kind of just been an open door. I mean, sometimes Paul Goldschmidt, sometimes Ben Rice, but having someone like Jason Dominguez, he has the speed. He can get on base, and then he can steal some bases for you and set up Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Goldschmidt, and Giancarlo Stanton for the inning. So I definitely think that you got to play Dominguez more, and he adds a little bit more on the bases, and definitely someone that the Yankees need to play more going into the All-Star break and outside of the All-Star break. Something that stood out for me for Jason Dominguez was from Jake Carter at AMNY. He said, despite the defensive woes, Dominguez's bat makes him one of the Yankees' most valuable pieces for both this season and the future. If he can improve from his natural side of the plate, it wouldn't be surprising to see Dominguez hit near the top of the Yankees lineup every single day. And yeah, I mean, looking at his stats so far this season, 267 batting average, 8 home runs, 33 RBIs. Definitely acceptable for someone who's only 22 years old, and this is his first pro season, his first full season as a major leaguer. And yeah, I mean, he's natural from the left-handed spot, has a little bit of a blind eye for the inside pitch, but, if he definitely gets more at-bats, more reps is what Dominguez needs, and he can definitely be successful for the New York Yankees. And another guy, final guy I will talk about is Trent Grisham. Trent Grisham just coming out of nowhere this season. A guy who just was kind of thrown into the Soto trade, and people were like, okay, Juan Soto, great. But people, maybe forgot about Trent Grisham was just going to be a backup guy in the outfield. Now he has just been succeeding so far this season. I mean, he's definitely doing what he needs to do in center field with defense. Doesn't have much expectations, and I think that he thrives on that. And something more on Trent Grisham so far this season. He says among Grisham's many improvements at the plate, it's his production on pitches in the zone that stands out the most. Grisham has always possessed great plate discipline. Despite his career .217 batting average, Grisham has gotten on base at a .316 clip thanks to his 11.5% walk rate and 19.1% chase rate, while consistently ranking near the top of the chase leaderboards. And yeah, when we talk about Trent Grisham, I mean, he has the defensive metrics to really succeed in for the Yankees and in this league for a long time. And then when we look at his stats, 16 home runs so far this season. I mean, that is very underrated when talking about a guy who's more of a slap hitter, more of a guy who gets on base, but he has that natural swing that can get it out of the ballpark. And being a lefty in the Bronx definitely helps with that. That will boost your home run numbers a little bit more. But yeah, very acceptable when talking about Trent Grisham, and all these guys are just definitely on heaters right now, and it's definitely a sight to see for us as Yankee fans. And yeah, I mean, you got Bellinger, you got Dominguez, you got Grisham, and that's not even talking about Aaron Judge, who's also in right field. So you got four guys who are just on tears right now. Judge is obviously is leading in Triple Crown categories right now, but I mean, when you talk about Bellinger, Dominguez, and Grisham, it's a great sight to see, to have those guys, and they can fill in at for Bellinger, you can fit in at first base, and then they can fit at any spot in the outfield. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Bellinger, Dominguez, and Grisham? How are you guys liking their success so far this season? Want to see what you guys think moving forward for Bellinger, Dominguez, and Grisham. What do you guys think regarding all three of them? But that's going to be it for another edition of Yankees Digest. Be sure to comment down below and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. We got Yankees content every day of the week. And guys, let's go Yankees.